Hey guys, today I have for you the Zotac GTX 1070 Amp Extreme Edition. Here's the front of the box that highlights Nvidia's various technologies. There's also information about the 8GB of GDDR5 memory and some Zotac technologies that we'll get into later. On the back of the box, this is where they highlight some of their technology in more detail. Ice Storm is their 6 heat pipe cooling setup. The Eco Fan is a dual blade 90mm fan which is supposed to be less of a dead spot for airflow. Spectra is their advanced lighting system where you're able to choose the color of the LED backlighting. As always, there's a box within a box. Zotac added a little bit of detail to their box as it has a carbon fiber pattern. Once the box is opened, this is how it's packaged. There's lots of padding for this massive card. There's a Zotac envelope that comes inside the box. In it, it contains a quick installation guide, a disc with GeForce drivers, Firestorm, a digital manual, and lastly, a Zotac case badge. Also included with this card is 2 dual 6-pin to 8-pin PCI Express power adapters. Here you can see the large video card and what Zotac calls a carbon exo armor. The carbon exo armor seen here protects the card and provides durability. It wraps around the entire card and is made of metal. The card is silver and has a carbon fiber look. Here you can also see where the LEDs are located at, which is at the 4 corners of the video card. There's also a sticker which highlights Zotac's freeze tech, in which the fans go idle when the video card isn't stressed. Once it hits a certain temperature, the fans kick in on their own. This can also be altered using a custom fan curve. Here's the back plate, and I've got to say that this back plate is extremely good looking in my opinion. It's silver and yellow with an LED backlight that says push the limit. Here's a look at the side of the card where you can see the large heatsink and mini heat pipes. Here's the other side of the video card which faces the outside of the case. There's a transparent Zotac logo that lights up when powered on, and you can also see that this video card is powered by 2 8-pin PCIe power cables. For the output options, this video card has 3 DisplayPort 1.4 ports, a single HDMI 2.0 port, and a single DVI-D port. Here's the other end of the card, which is still covered by the exo armor. One of the cool features of this video card is that when it doesn't detect the 2 PCIe 8-pin power cables, there's a red LED that lights up. Once both power cables are plugged in and detected, this LED changes to green. Here is the video card plugged in and powered on. I wish it were RGB, but you can only choose from specific preset colors using their Firestorm software. Another cool feature is that you can independently choose the LED color of the Zotac logo on the side from the rest of the card, as you can see here. There's also 4 different modes on this video card for the LED backlighting. There's static, which you could choose a color and it just continually stays that color. There's breathing, which when you choose a color and start it, it gets all the way to dim, then goes really bright, and then goes back to dim, then bright. There's strobe, which I personally believe to be a bit much. And there's also cycle, which will cycle through all of the colors on its own. As always, here are my PC specs. You can either pause the video to check them out, or you can check it out in the description below. As for the actual clocks on this video card, it is advertised as a base clock of 1632 MHz, a boost clock of 1835 MHz, and a memory clock of 8200 MHz, or 8.2 GHz. I did notice that in-game, the actual boost did hit 2025 MHz without any sort of overclocking. As for my own custom overclocks, I wasn't able to get much more out of the card. I was able to add 50 MHz to the core clock, which brought it up to about 2076 MHz, and I was able to add 300 MHz on the memory clock, which brought it up to 8.8 GHz. Now that we covered the specs, here are some benchmarks. So the question is, would I recommend this card? I definitely would. It's well built, looks great, and performed extremely well. During my benchmarks, this card never exceeded 66 degrees Celsius with a 66% fan speed. Although the fan speed is audible at 50% and above, it's nothing too loud. If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more videos. Thanks.